So what did you review if it wasn't ghost
Sure.
stories?
I guess I kind of did just review those two just now.
Yeah,
But,
quick little clips.
so I was at my friend's house the other day, and
Mhm.
they put on. He's like, "Oh, this is new cool anime I've been watching." It's only 3 episodes in so far, so I figured it'd be good to review it now. So, like, if you haven't heard of it or haven't seen it, you can get on the train now
Mhm.
because I'm on the train. Haven't read it yet or read anything on it yet. Just been watching. It's called Undead Unluck.
Hmm.
That also has a little bit of fan service, but again, it's like playful, and it services the story. So the general concept is like I don't want to spoil anything,
Mhm.
but certain people have like these powers. I haven't gotten far enough to really understand where these powers come from, but basically these two characters link up. It's like this guy is like a super buff guy who can't die, like he cannot die, and that's played funnily. We're like this is like first episode stuff. Like he'll
Mhm.
cut off his own legs to propel himself with his own blood to like fly around, like weird shit like that. It's super goofy, super weird, but fun. Um, so he can't die, and he
Right.
wants to die. He's been around alive for so long, like he's tired of it. He wants to die,
Kill
and
him.
right. So he's undead, and then Unluck, the girl, is her whole thing is that if she touches you, something unlucky happens to you, something terrible happens to you.
Interesting.
It's being we don't know how true it is yet, but the it seems like the more passionate that of the touch is, the worst thing that happens. So like at one point she has to like kiss him or whatever and make something really terrible happen. And so he's been trying to like have sex with her. Again, not out of like whatever, but just out of like, hey, this might be the thing that kills me. It'll be so unlucky if we have sex. So like that kind of like the fan service is like played into the story. It's not just like, hey, this girl's titties are out for no reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So super funny, super goofy, just fun to watch. Like most fun I've had in a while, but also like the opening scene is like super heart wrenching. I won't give it away, but like this girl's backstory you can kind of like put two and two together if you understand that like her touching people that she loves, something terrible happens to. But like from the first scene, you're like, holy fuck, like it like draws you in immediately with like some heart wrenching stuff. Then you have a good amount of levity, good amount of like soul searching stuff. Really into it. It's only 3 episodes. I believe it airs on Hulu on Fridays, and I'm sure Crunchyroll as well. I suggest check it out. And I suggest you go so check it out because it's a lot of fun and it's only 3 episodes in. And It's a fun watch.
Well, it sounds fucking dope as hell. But I think I want to get some spoilers.
Well, I can't spoil you on here.
Yeah, you can.
Spoiler
warning. Spoiler warning. Meh, meh, meh.
Okay, yeah. Skip to this time code if you don't want spoilers.
Right.
Is that fair?
The following contains spoilers.
Yep. So from the opening scene, she's watching her parents. She's little. She's probably like 8 years old, and she watches her parents like board an airplane. Like she kisses them both goodbye. They board an airplane. She's watching from the fucking window. Very Final Destination.
Oh my god.
I think, the something happens in the engine. The plane explodes. Her parents.
Oh my god.
Like first scene. So after that, the initial opening scene with her is she's gonna kill her. She wants to kill herself.
Okay.
She feels like she can't, like she can never touch anybody. She can never she can't stay close to anybody. She stays like bundled up all the time because she doesn't want to touch anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she just decides like, I'm gonna kill myself. She meets the zombie guy. He's not. She calls him zombie, but he's not a zombie. Which he makes. He yells at her for calling him a zombie, whatever. So basically, his whole thing is he wants to die. So he feels like again with her unluck, something is so unlucky could happen that could finally kill him. So like you have some weird like wanting to die stuff, which is interesting.
Right.
Alternatively, so there's this faction of people with the abilities, and their job is to kill anybody else who has these abilities.
Okay.
Now there's only 10 of them. I think they're called like the Union or something like that. There's only 10 of them allowed at one time. So as long as you're part of that 10, you're safe. But anyone past that 10, they'll come and kill you. So their whole thing right now, at least in episode 3 where I'm at right now, is they need to kill 2 of the members so they can join the team and stop getting chased down all the time. We're only up to so far we know that one of the people's abilities is this girl. She seems like a weeb. Like she's all into Japanese culture, all this stuff. She's not Japanese. You saw that like 50 years prior, she had like captured because this guy's like head pops off, his arms pop off, like he's just like flying body parts all the time.
Right.
She can make force fields, so like she captured his head in a bubble and had him there for like 50 years. Which is like kind of, so he was stuck in his head is stuck. He's a little fucking crazy, so his head was stuck in a bubble all this time. But I also think like she mentioned like loving him, but I don't know if it's like a yandere situation. It kind of seems like oh my love, blah blah blah. So like that classic anime stuff. But again, not much. Again, it's only episode 3. That's where we're at. Episode 3 ended with like you saw the girl that like captured him in a bubble in his like flashback earlier,
right?
But she Unluck meets her and doesn't know it's her. That's like a good like 15 minutes talking about life and how do you like things to change or stay the same? They both have their viewpoints. It's like pretty like well written and it's pretty good for being so goofy. And then you find out at the end with this cool ass scene where she like that she's the one that they have to fight next or whatever. And animation super cool. Like I said, it's the most fun I've had in a while. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any other big plot points. That's like the main stuff for now. It's just like this. Again, it's only been 3 episodes so far, so just establishing characters, seeing what their mission is to kill other. They already killed one of them. That happened, right? So they killed one, and they fight a team of 2. They kill one of them, and then the other one's like, all right. Like, one of you guys can join the team. Right. And they're like, nah, fuck that. Like, we're gonna join together if anything. We're not gonna ditch each other. But on the side, he's just like trying to. So she says like that, like they can't have sex because the more she likes somebody, the stronger the unluck will be. So if he forces himself on her to have sex, then she'll hate him, therefore making the luck not bad enough, and he wants the worst luck possible.
Jesus Christ.
So but she kind of came up with that on the spot, so we don't know if that part's true or not. We do know like at one point like the way they use the abilities is pretty fun. So like. Mm-hmm. He gets his head cut off by one of these other the guys from the faction, like first episode. She manages to like kiss his head, and when the guy who chops his head off is holding his head, a giant like thunder strike falls from the sky because it goes to hit his head.
Gotcha.
So like they can fight together she can make things as unlucky as possible and cause him to die,
right?
But he can't die. So whatever the collateral damage is around her, and that's how they've been like fighting together pretty much. It's pretty and it's definitely a different concept than I've seen before.
Right.
You get the general idea.
Yeah.
So like the creative ways they come up with to like fight each other, to like fight together, are like it's definitely different. Apparently, like people that read the manga already like knew it would be hyped already. This is the first I heard from it was my friend turning it on the other day.
Right.
But like apparently like people know it's pretty good. So or people that like are into like the reading of stuff it's pretty good.
How far in is the manga that you know of?
I have no idea. I actually have no clue. Sorry, not enough research on that. I don't know the answer.
That's fair.
A lot of times, what happens is like one season of a show will come out, and even if it's really good, they'll only make one season, and then they want you to just keep reading the manga afterwards.
Right. I
could name you a million good anime that happened to. That's like really annoying. One I can mention is this anime. Is it Wodokoi? I think it's Wodokoi. This is not spooky at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wodokoi. Well, I know they made a movie also. But anyway, Wodokoi is like this anime about like it's called Wodokoi Love is Hard for Otaku. It's like a love anime, but It's not like will they, won't they, are they gonna kiss? It's not like that. They're not kids in high school. Like that normal anime shit. Like, oh, they finally kissed. It's not Comey. I love Comey, but it's not like, oh, he touched her hand. Like whatever. Like from the get-go, like these two are like start dating, boyfriend and girlfriend. They're like in their 20s. Like it's boyfriend girlfriend stuff. But everyone like them and all their friends are like different types of like weeb or like nerds. So I think like it's been a while, but I think like she's like I want to say she's really into like yaoi, like BL books like Kel.
Yeah.
I think he's a big gamer. Like one of their friends, like a famous cosplayer. Another one, like they're all like maybe into idols, whatever it is. They're all into like nerdy ass culture, but like there's different relationships and dating, but yeah, you skip past all that, like, well, they won't, they shit, and like get into like cool relationship stuff and like rom-commy stuff, but with, you know, a good amount of like heart, you know. But anyway, it's another review. Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku is very good. But anyway, that was one of those ones where like it ended after the first season, and I was like, sick. I can't wait to watch more. Nice. And there just is no second season, but there's plenty of the manga goes on and on, so it's like, okay, like, you know, they want you to go
what happened
or read the book, which I didn't do. But
yeah, and I feel like a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people don't have time to fucking sit there and read it.
I get it. I mean, I've read fucking Poon Poon times, but that's a review for another day, though.
I like that one.
What, that review?
Yeah, dude.